Hey everyone! Welcome to another episode of English Brew Podcast. I'm Selena, and today Mason and I are, getting seriously hungry. I mean, we're diving into English phrases you need when you're out at a restaurant. Mason, you hungry too? Or is it just me?
It's definitely not just you, Selena. I'm practically daydreaming about fish and chips already. Today's vocabulary is pretty useful too, not just for ordering, but staying alive. We've got words like food poisoning, which honestly is probably my least favorite souvenir from a restaurant.
Oh yeah, that's a trip ruiner. And speaking of allergy nightmares, allergic is a word you absolutely gotta know. I once went to this absolute hole-in-the-wall sandwich shop in Chicago. Tiny place, questionable napkins, you know the type, and one bite in, I realized I was super allergic to whatever their secret sauce was. I spent the whole train ride home sniffling was it the mustard? The aioli? I'll never know.
That sounds rough. And that phrase, hole in the wall, I just love it. It's a sneaky way to describe those tiny, usually pretty cheap places that look, let's say, a bit dodgy. But everyone swears the food's unreal.
Exactly. Bistro comes up a lot too. It's not quite the same, usually a little French vibe, small but maybe a tad fancy. Decor is another handy word, like the decorations or the whole mood of the place. Oh, the decor's beautiful, but the soup, not so much.
And don't forget tasty. Way more common than delicious for some reason. Every Aussie I know says that. The chips are tasty. The pie's tasty. You never hear this steak is truly delicious. Bit posh for us, I reckon.
You know, it's funny. These words aren't just for ordering food, right? If you don't know how to say, I'm allergic to something, or, I got food poisoning last time, you might end up having quite the adventure, just not one you remember fondly.
Yeah, and saying the right word can save you a trip to the doc. Important stuff. Okay, so should we jump into what to actually say when you want to try something or not try something at a new spot? Right, let's get into making recommendations, because if you're out with friends and nobody knows where to eat, this is where the magic happens. First phrase, do you have any suggestions? Or you might say, do you have any ideas? Super common, right?
Definitely. And when you're the one making the recommendation, you can say, I'd recommend giving it a try, or, my favorite, you gotta give them a try. It sounds casual, like you're letting someone in on a little secret.
Yeah, I used that one actually. My first year living in Sydney. I told my mate, you gotta give the local fish and chips a try. Problem was, turns out, he's vegetarian. I mean, talk about a backfire. He just looked at me and said, mate, have they got any tofu? Oops.
Whoops! Ha! Speaking of bistros, that's a classic too. The transcript had this dialogue. Someone says, I know a great little bistro. They make a really tasty seafood platter. The fish is outstanding. And then the other person goes, that sounds fantastic, but I'm allergic to seafood. It's so real. You're genuinely trying to help, but you gotta know your audience.
Yep, and even with the best intentions, sometimes your perfect suggestion is just not going to land. It's why I try to ask, what are you in the mood for? Before I do my whole enthusiastic sell. Cuts down on those blank stares, or the seafood emergencies.
And it's good to notice those contractions too. I'd recommend. You gotta. Makes you sound way more natural, like a local. Because no one says, I would recommend giving it a try. If you hear that, it's probably an English teacher or a robot.
Could be both, honestly. Anyway, recommendations are cool, but sometimes you need to let someone down easy. Should we talk about that?
Yes! So, you're out to dinner. Someone suggests a place, but not your thing. You don't want to be rude, so out pops, I'm not all that crazy about Italian food, or I'm in the mood for something lighter. It's polite, no drama, nobody's feelings hurt.
Right, and if you're steering the ship, sometimes you gotta say, how about we try somewhere else? I'm not in the mood for pizza tonight. Or you offer a tasty compromise. Maybe, Let's find a spot that's got good vegetarian and meat dishes, yeah?
Exactly! Let me tell you, I once went along with the crowd at this bistro in Paris. Everyone's ordering escargot and fancy stuff, and me? I'm the weird, picky eater. I was too shy to say anything and ended up with a plate of, basically, bread. Just bread. Next time, I'll definitely speak up. No one wants to be the person gnawing on a baguette while everyone else is feasting.
Classic. I feel like the lesson is, learn how to say what you're actually hungry for, or you might wind up with a story you only tell on a podcast. So yeah, don't be afraid to use those polite phrases. Steer the group a bit, and everyone can get something tasty. See, I got that word in one last time.
Perfect ending, Mason. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today, and hopefully you've picked up some phrases, and maybe a craving or two. We'll be back with more lessons and embarrassing food stories, so don't go hungry.
Catch you next time, Selena. Take care, everybody, and remember, avoid dodgy sandwiches. Talk soon.
Bye, Mason. Bye, everyone.